All right, welcome back. So going to do another one of these updated look at the point standings with High Limit Racing. We are at the halfway point of the season. 26 races in the books and 25 to go. The last time that we did a video like this was after 18 races. And so it's been 8 races technically, but there is a race in there that was non-points. And of course, that was Eldora Speedway. So it hasn't been too many races since we last did this, but I felt like at the halfway point of the season, it was probably a good time to do this with a 3-week break in there as well. And then once we get to about 35, 30, 38 races, we'll probably do another update. But here is a look at the point standings heading into Tulsa's Thunderbolt Raceway on August 15th in a few weeks' time. We'll start down at the bottom, and moving down one position since the last time that we did this video is Danny Sams III. He is 661 points behind Brad Sweet and the Kane Racing 49 at the top of the leaderboard. He has lost, since the last time we did this, he has lost 285 points to the points leader. A 17.6 average finish for Danny Sams so far this year. 12 B main event appearances. That is something that this team and, a lot of the guys at the kind of the tail end of the field here have been having to deal with. Here's a lot of B main event appearances. His best run this year was a 7th place run at the Tri-City Speedway in Illinois, but that was 17 races ago. So Danny Sams' total stat line for the year, 21 A-mains, 0 wins, 0 top 5s, and 1 top 10 finish on the year. And as I just mentioned there, it was 17 races ago at Tri-City. Hopefully this 3-week break can allow this team to kind of gather things back up because they've torn up some equipment here recently. But hopefully they can kind of, get everything back in order and come back in California, run strong. It's just been a little bit of a tough stretch here for Danny Sams and that team. They do show some flashes of brilliance here every now and again, but the consistency has been lacking here as of recently for the 24D. Up to 13th in points, as that is where Sai Lynch is at now, and he is up 1 position since the last time that we did this. 568 points behind the points leader, and he has lost 116 points since the last time that we made a video like this after 18 races into the season. His overall stat line, 23 starts, 0 wins, 1 top 5, and 3 top 10s on the year. A 16.0 average finish so far this year for Sai Lynch, and a 10.5 qualifying average. I would say that has been one of the biggest strengths with this team, has been the qualifying. 10.5 is actually pretty good, but it seems like the feature is where this team has struggled a lot more. But as of recently, they are starting to figure things out. The last race out, a 3rd place run at the Lernerville Speedway. His best run of the year, was running 2nd for a majority of that race, got passed on the last lap by Tanner Thorson. But I'm hoping that run right there for Sai Lynch and that team can turn things around and get them back going the right direction. If we remember back to California at the beginning of the year, Sai Lynch was in the dash at Tulare. He ran well at Kern. He was in the dash there as well, but he did get into some wrecks. And so hopefully that is a sign of good things to come out there on the West Coast. Sai Lynch, earlier this year, that was his first time to the West Coast, and he was in the dash a lot, but just got into some wrecks. So maybe, California is a good place potentially for him. We go to Tulare, we go to Placerville, and we go to Chico, and we'll see how the 42 car does out there. Now, up to 12th in points, and was in this position the last time we did this video for Brenham Crouch in the CJB Motorsports number 5. 24 A-mains for Crouch, 0 wins, 0 top 5s, and 4 top 10 runs. He is 494 points behind the Kane Racing 49. And since the last time we did this video, he's lost another 121 points in that time span. A 15.3 average finish for Brenham Crouch. His plus minus in the feature is plus 44. So Crouch has been starting outside of the dash a lot. He's only made the dash, I think, 2 or 3 times this year. But he's been coming forward in the features more often than not with a plus 44 in feature plus minus. His best run of the year came at the Florence Speedway in Kentucky in 8th place result. He's got an 8th, 2 9ths, and a 10th place as his best finishes of the year. 4 top 10s for Crouch. That doubles his entire total from last season. So I guess that is a positive to take out of this year so far for Crouch. Up to 11th in points and down 2 positions since the last time that we did this to 11th overall is Spencer Baston in the Jason Myers Racing 14. 25 A-mains for Baston, 0 wins, 1 top 5, and 7 top 10s. He is 437 points behind the KKR 49. And the last time we did this video, ever since then, he has lost 165 points. He has a 14.8 average finish. And one thing that is alarming with this team is his top 10 efficiency, which is how when he finishes, or when he starts in the top 10, does he stay in the top 10 and finish there? For Baston, that is not the case. He has started in the top 10 7 times this year, but has only ran in the top 10 in those 7 times 1 time. So 1 out of 7 top 10 starts, he's only made it and stayed there at the finish of the race. His best finish 18 races ago, a 4th place run at the Lakeside Speedway in Kansas. And it looked like Baston was on his way to having a really good night at Lernerville. Started on the pole of the dash, started the feature 3rd, and fell out of the top 10. I want to say ran 11th or 12th. It was not a good finish to the night. It was a good start to the night. Qualified well, had a good heat race, was in the dash, obviously, and it just did not finish very well. So the end of the night seems to be the problem right now for the JMR 14, and hopefully they are able to get things going back the right direction in California when we get back going in about 3 weeks' time. Now, into the top 10 in points, in the same position that he was in after 18 races into the season, is the number 9 of Chase Randall. He is 426 points behind the KKR 49 car. He has lost 131 points since we did this after 18 races, so definitely lost a little bit of ground there. A 14.0 average finish for Chase Randall. He has 13 B main event appearances for him. His best run, a 4th place finish at the Lucas Oil Speedway and the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track. His overall stat line, 23 starts, 0 wins, 2 top 5s, and 6 top 10 runs for the quickest chicken. And hey, new magnet on the board. So that's big for this video. A new magnet for Randall. A lot of new magnets on the board for Sweet, Reutzel, Rico, Peck, Thorson, Persley, Kane, Randall, Sam's, Lynch, the 14 and the 5. All those are new magnets. So yes, I know you were very curious, and so that is indeed the case. But for Chase Randall, I think California is going to be a place where he does very well. He's a shorter track kind of guy. And, obviously going to Tulare, going to Placerville and Chico, I think that is a good stretch for him potentially. He's ran at all those tracks before. And so I'm looking for big things out of Randall when we go out to the West Coast. Now, 9th on the board and down 1 position since the last time we made this video is Casey Kane. He is 419 points behind his teammate, the 49 driven by Brad Sweet. He has lost 157 points since the last time we made a video like this. And his overall stat line, he's missed 1 show this year, so 25 A-mains, 0 wins, 2 top 5s, and 9 top 10 finishes. A 14.2 average finish this year, but a 10.0 qualifying average. So that has been a strength this year for the KKR number 9. We saw with Sai Lynch a 10.5, so Casey Kane about a half position better than him. So qualifying has not been a problem. It has been the feature performance here as of recently. They started off extremely hot to start the year out. A 2nd place run at Kern and a 2nd place run at Central Arizona Raceway. Those were races in the first 5 or so of the year. But ever since then, we haven't seen Casey Kane inside the top 5. A couple of sporadic top 10s here and there, but the feature action, the feature performance recently has declined a little bit. But hopefully when we get to places like Skagit, a place that, is very familiar to him, we could see Casey Kane get back up there and contend for more top 5 runs. Now, 8th in points and the biggest mover out of anybody on the board here for this video is Dason Persley. He has gained 3 positions in the points since we last did this 18 races, at race 18, so 8 races ago. 25 A-mains for Persley, 0 wins, just the 1 top 5, but 11 top 10 finishes, a 14.0 average finish. He's currently on a streak of 6 top 10s in a row in points-paying races. So that excludes Eldora. Eldora does not count in that stat line because it is not a points race. But for Persley, 6 top 10s in a row. His best finish so far this year, a 5th place result at the Florence Speedway in Kentucky. Persley has been improving dramatically here over the last couple of weeks, and that's proven by him moving up 3 positions in the point standings, 11 top 10 runs. He is 391 behind Brad Sweet and has only lost 57 points to Brad Sweet. That is the least amount of points lost out of all the drivers we've looked at so far. And Persley is now the Rookie of the Year, the leading Rookie of the Year driver over Chase Randall by about 9 plus 26. So what is that, 35-ish points is the gap between the 2 Rookie of the Year contenders. So Persley 8th in points right now. I'm sure Book Motorsports has to be happy with how things have gone here recently for that driver. Now, 7th in points is Tanner Thorson. That is where he was at last time we made this video. 24 A-mains for Thorson, 0 wins, 7 top 5s, and 14 top 10 finishes. He is 225 behind the KKR 49, and he has only lost 2 points since the last time that we made this video to Brad Sweet. So that is the least out of anybody else on the board. Thorson has been on a roll here recently, a 10.3 average finish, and in points paying races, he has 10 top 10s in a row, which is the leader of anybody else in the entire series. No one has a longer top 10 streak in points races than Tanner Thorson right now. He has ran second 3 times this year. Once, obviously, at Lernerville, once at Lucas Oil, and once at the 141 Speedway in Wisconsin. We know that win is coming for Tanner Thorson, and maybe it will come on that West Coast swing where he is so familiar with those racetracks. Thorson is also the leader now of the Midweek Money Series, the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series. Tanner Thorson has taken the points lead away in that department as well. So things are going very well for this team right now. You would just hope they would have gotten off to a better start to the year because they have been very, very consistent here as of recently. Now, 6th in points is Justin Peck. He is in that spot when we last talked about this type of video here. 25 A-mains, 2 wins, 7 top 5s, and 14 top 10s. It is basically the same stat line as Thorson, but with those 2 victories in there. A 10.5 average finish, 9.5 qualifying average, and 7 B-main event appearances for this team. So been in the B-main probably more than they were hoping for. He is 197 out of the points lead, and he has lost 99 points in the last 8 races for Justin Peck and the 26th team. They've got wins at Butler Motor Speedway and at the Ransomville Speedway. And I know that the motor issue has been a little bit of a problem here for this team, but when they get the good motor in the car, they are one of the best. It's one of the best cars on tour. It's just they don't seem to have all the parts together. And you know, when something breaks, it's hard to get those parts replaced. But there's no denying when that good Ford engine is in that car, they are very, very potent. And so hopefully with this 3-week break, they are able to get their engines back to where they need to be at for the second half of the season. Now, into the top 5 in the point standings is where you'll find Brent Marks. He has lost 2 positions since the last time we made this video. 25 A-main starts, 2 wins, 8 top 5s, and 21 top 10s. He is 84 behind the KKR 49. And in that time span from race 18 to race 26, he has lost 79 points. Most of those coming at the last race that we ran at Lernerville Speedway, where he got upside down early on in the main event and was not able to return. 8.3 average finish for Marks. The one thing with him, he's the only driver in the entire series when it comes to the top 5 efficiency and the top 10 efficiency, meaning when he starts in the top 5 and starts in the top 10, he always finishes there. A 100% success rate for Brent Marks. He's the only driver in the entire series with that number. A 7.1 qualifying average as well for Brent Marks. So he's been qualifying very, very well. When he starts up front, he always stays there. But I feel like, honestly, man, after that wreck at Lernerville, honestly, I think his chances of this championship have just went right out the window. And to me, it is now down to just 4 drivers, unless Marks goes on some generational run on the West Coast. But if you look at his history, that has not been a strength with this team. But I'm not counting him out yet because he's only 84 behind. But it's going to be quite the hole to dig himself out of for the next 25 events on the calendar. Now, up to 4th in points and down 2 positions since the last time that we made this video is Rico Abreu. 26 A-mains for Abreu, 6 wins, 14 top 5s, and 22 top 10s. He is 29 points out of the lead, and he has lost 27 points since we made this video 8 races ago. A 6.8 average finish. He has been in the dash 15 times, and I believe the most dashes you can make is 23 or 21. I think it's 21, actually. So he's only missed the dash 6 times this year, and a plus minus in the features of plus 37. So Rico starts at the front very often, and usually when that happens, you see guys with a negative plus minus. But for Rico, it is in the positive at plus 37. He was the hard charger at Lernerville. It was not the finish they were hoping for. With the issues for the top 3, I think Rico was hoping to capitalize on that, and it did not happen. He ran 8th, I believe, over at Lernerville, so he only gained a handful of points. I want to say he gained 8 on Brad Sweet when he could have gained way more. But Rico still within the hunt, obviously 29 points behind and going back home to California where he is so very good at. Now, third on the board is where you're going to find the Ridge & Sun Racing 87. Of course, the driver is Aaron Reutzel. We do not know the status on Reutzel, if he'll be back in time for the West Coast. We're still waiting to hear word from that team officially. But ever since 18 races, the last 8 or whatever, he's up 2 positions in the points from 5th up to 3rd. 26 A-mains, 5 wins, 15 top 5s, and 21 top 10s. There is an asterisk next to his stat line, though, for the starts, because we do know that he was credited with 12th place points at Lernerville due to the medical provisional. So technically, the team has only started 25, had the car on the track for 25 main events, but they were credited with that one at Lernerville, so 26 starts for him. He is 25 out of the points lead. He has only lost 9 points to Brad Sweet in the last 8 races, a 6.6 average finish, 8 quick times, which is 3 more than the next closest guy. He has also made 15 dashes this year for Aaron Reutzel. And as long as he is healthy when we get back racing in California, he is very good on that side of the country as well. He went quick time earlier this year at Tulare. He ran well in that main event. He's ran at Placerville. He's ran at, Skagit, all that good stuff. So hopefully Reutzel is able to come back and be at full strength in a few weeks' time when we get back underway. Because if he is, I think that he still has a very, very good chance to win this championship, especially with how good he's been at Port Royal the last couple of years. And we go there for 3 nights later on in September or August, I believe it is. September or October. I can't remember the exact date there. But Reutzel, 3rd in points nonetheless. The Ridge & Sun Racing 87, that is. And right ahead of him, up 2 positions, is the Clausen Marshall Racing 7BC. Obviously, this is the team that everybody is talking about right now. Tyler Courtney is injured for the rest of the year. Gio Scelzi will be in this car to try and win them the Highland Racing Championship and get them a better franchise position as well heading into 2026. 26 A-main starts for this car. One of them was with Cole Duncan, so there's an asterisk there, but still they've made every main event. 1 win, 15 top 5s, and 22 top 10s for this team. They are 12 points out of the championship lead. They've only lost 4 points to Sweet since the last time we made this video. A 7.1 average finish, 11 heat race wins, and 1 quick time on the year. So qualifying has not been an exact strength for this team, but they qualify within that range of about 5th to 8th or 9th every single night, and that is why they have 11 heat race wins, which seems like a lot to me, but that's putting them in the dash a lot more often than not. So that has been a strength for them so far this year. We will see how it goes with Gio Scelzi in the car. That is going to be a big, big question mark going into the rest of the season. Cole Duncan, he ended up 11th in the race at Lernerville, which is the exact points they would have gotten if they ran with the medical provisional. So they did not gain, they did not lose any points at that race at Lernerville Speedway. Now, to finish things off, Brad Sweet still with the points lead, of course. 26 starts for him. With an asterisk in there, he was credited with 11th place points at Lernerville. 3 wins, 18 top 5s, and 20 top 10s. A 6.8 average finish. He has only ran 1 B-main all year long and 17 dash appearances for the Big Cat. And so we are curious to see what his status will be as well. I would have to think, I'm not going to speculate too much, but I would have to think he'll be back by Tulare. Obviously, I don't have any insider information on that, but for Brad Sweet, we are looking forward to seeing him back behind the wheel along with Reutzel and, of course, Tyler Courtney as well. Brad Sweet with 1,574 points heading into Tulare on August 15th. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who has impressed you? Who has disappointed you here in this little stretch of races? We're at the halfway point. Who is your championship favorite? What do you think about Gio Scelzi in the 7BC? Do you think Brent Marks is out of this thing? Where do you think Dason Persley ends up in points? He's been on the move. Where do you think Spencer Baston ends up in points? He's dropped 2 spots since the last time we made this video. I want to hear all of your thoughts and more in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon here on the Rodman Rundown.